Look. Tonight's show is sponsored by Sigmund Freud. And my mom. Today's show, I think I called it Tonight's Show, so welcome to tonight's show. You're watching the Black Tonight Show, the king of lo-fi.
Sunlight goes shining every day. That's when Lily starts to play. She has a lot of ways to hide. Someone will help her to decide. The dance is on, she's having this parade. Music's playing, problems start to fade. Why can't this night for the end? Seems like she could really use a friend. Baby says it's alright. Baby says it's not tonight. She won't ever back down. It's too late. Baby says it's alright. Baby says it's not tonight. She won't ever back down. It's too late. It's too late.
Oh, yeah. Look. Let me clear my throat. This means we're doing it again. Welcome back, or hey, if it's your first time, welcome to the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. Happy Thursday. It is now 0032 here in Vienna, Austria, watching from the Blackie Fitzpatrick Library Studios, situated in the 10th district of Vienna, Austria. I want to be like, clink! Cheers to Vienna. Hello to my people on Facebook. Hello to my people on YouTube. Once again, if the YouTube thing goes off, you got to find me on Alec Whittier on Facebook. I know a lot of people say they don't like Facebook. Oh, well, you can't watch my show. I was talking with the Walrus earlier today. It looks like we're going to get the laptop checked out, going to the laptop doctor on Monday. So this is my last week in doing shows. Hey, it's Memorial Day weekend. Not here in Vienna, so the store will be open, and hopefully I'll get things back in order. So thanks for bearing with me. But it did give me a brilliant idea to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. So I got two cameras. I don't know what to look at. Usually I just like to look at something else. Thanks, cheers from Vienna. This is called my startup. This is what I think to myself. What did I do today? The obvious. It's always important to do the obvious when you wake up. You know, get out of bed and all that. Look, open your eyes. Look. Breathe like in a normal fashion, not in sleep dreaming. Stop REMs. Right? That's always important. Otherwise, you might be dizzy when you're walking around. I do my 2-hour meditation. It's always, it's a soothing, calming time for me. I listen to the birds. Tweet, 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 tweet. Listen, look, I'm in a city. I listen to fire trucks and police and helicopters and look, construction workers. I call it the white noise of Vienna. I love it. I let thoughts come into my mind. Most of them are silly, so I will not repeat it on the show. What did I do after that? I assisted my girlfriend a little bit. She was cooking some, what was it, spicy, crispy beef and rice. And on her serving, she has broccoli. I'm not a broccoli lover for some reason. I know it's healthy. Just one of those things I don't like. I tried every 10 years, and every 10 years I had the same conclusion. Just don't like it. Once again, feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I'm not looking at chat. Also, I figured out how to put a piece of paper on my Facebook thing, so I can't read anything. I got a piece of paper in front of it. I hope you can see the camera. I'm looking at a picture of an eighth note, and on YouTube and on Facebook, I'm looking at a picture that says, a piece of paper, and it says, Vienna, live chat, rock, music, entertainment, comedy, alternative, acceptance, rock and roll, Alec Rager on Facebook. Actually, it does say that. Look, I haven't been on for days, so I should talk. No, that's not true. I've been doing cooking shows with Isabella the Walrus. She's like, Blakey, do cooking shows with me. And I was like, okay. I did that. On Tuesday, I did a show with Alicia, my guitar, singer-songwriting, music theory student, and with Edgar, my bass playing, also guitar, music theory student. And so I had a couple of lessons there, so I fill up a little bit. That was cool. What else did I do? I think I talked to Ben once or twice. Hi, Ben, if you're watching. I don't care which platform you use, YouTube or Facebook. What else did I do? It was a lot of cooking, actually. Cooking, music. That sounds like a healthy. Hey, that's well balanced, isn't it? That's like, hold on a second. No wonder I'm not dead yet. Clink, cheers from Vienna. No, I was looking forward to doing tonight's show so I could wake up the neighbors. No, what else? I've been talking to my daughter a lot. Hey, tomorrow is her last day of school. Hey, in Florida, they get out early. Not too bad, huh? May 24th, last day of school. And I found out she got her grades. Oh, no. Hi, Veronica, if you're watching. I'm so proud of you. 2 B's and straight A's on everything else. That's not too bad. She's in the gifted program. So two classes she's only above average. I was lucky to get B's. The only time I got A's was in music and math. Everything else was like, I was lucky to get a C. I got a lot of D's as well, and I flunked a couple of things. But for second grade, she's doing good. And the last 2 weeks, she already finished all her tests. So the last 2 weeks, she just, I'm like, so what do you got? You still doing tests? She said, no, we finished that. We're ahead of schedule. And I said, that's pretty cool. Had a schedule, got good grades. She says she's number 2 in her class. That's not so bad. There's one girl who only had 1 B. And look, life is not a competition. I mean, for some people it is. I didn't go to business school. I'm self-taught musician. Okay, I had drum lessons when I was younger. And clarinet lessons. That was I guess it was okay. Can you imagine me playing clarinet on the street? I don't know. Maybe. What else did I do in the last few days? I didn't do a real proper show until I did an infomercial yesterday. That was kind of funny. I ate some food. I have one more left. Maybe I'll eat that one later when it's 9 o'clock. There's no 0038. Wow, this 8 minutes felt like 8 years. I should have played the whole song from Ben Arson. That's a song that I'm only allowed to play music that I wrote or co-wrote or whatever. Or sometimes I can't play stuff that I did write because a record company owns it. Prince doesn't own the song Purple Rain. He doesn't own anything right now. He's in heaven. I'll tell you, Prince, he got into the elevator. He went straight up to heaven. That's it. That's when you know, okay, he didn't own Purple Rain, but he was still rich. He got into the elevator and went straight up to heaven. That's not too bad. Purple rain, purple rain. But there's sometimes some stuff I can't play because it's sold. The stuff that sells, I can't play, which is really funny, actually. I have to talk to my record company about that. I was right. I need a lawyer to talk to my record company. Record companies are banks. That's the one positive thing about Prince dying is that now you can actually get his music on YouTube, and that's always cool and stuff like that. Okay. Okay, I got a message. I don't think I need to. I have to look. When I get messages in German, I have to let my girlfriend read it. So I don't know what you wrote. No, I can actually read German, but I can speak it pretty good. Gesundheit. Look, you don't live in Austria. Look, I learned German by watching Baywatch. That's actually a true story. I never took German lessons in my life. People keep on telling me, Blakey, why miss an opportunity to speak perfect German? I said, look, I've been living here for like 14 years. I speak like a 14-year-old. That's not too bad. But Blakey, you could speak like a 50-year-old. And I think to myself, I don't need to. I sing songs in English. I'm a music producer for English stuff. So this year singing in English. Ben Arson sings in English. I'm trying to keep my Boston a little bit. No, I'm not. Look, I'm a fan of all languages. I did study Spanish for 3 years. I struggle with it, but I can still read it, which is good. If you're lost in Barcelona, right? It's pretty good to be able to read something. I think that's about it. Is my startup over? Okay, I'm going to play a piece of music. Before my, I know it's once again to my YouTube people. If I lose it, you got to go to Facebook to find me. A happy Thursday night, or hey, Friday morning for me here in Central European time zone. The last days of spring. Good. Okay, we're getting there. Warm up, please. It's always been chilly. Oh, man, rainy. It had a lot of rain this week. People like to talk about the weather. Look, the show is not religious. I'm a Christian. Okay, the show is not political. It really isn't. I don't vote. Well, they got a big election coming up here. I can talk about Viennese pop. Is it Vienna or all of the whole country? I think it's the whole country. There's some big election happening on Sunday, I think. And I actually might do a show tomorrow afternoon, at least on Facebook. There's big signs on my street. No, this is not politics. This is actually local news. There's big signs on my street where Isabella parks her car, right? Like over there. And and the signs say nobody can park between, I think it's 12 noon until 8 o'clock at night. So it's an 8-hour ban because the police are going to take it over. They have all these, I don't know what you call it, these metal fences like for riots or something. I have no idea what's going to happen. But I'll be there to film it live for you guys. At least if something good happens. I know I took some pictures like last year or something. It's nice to see your whole street. It's not a huge street. Well, the street is huge, but it's a whole city block. When I say city block, I don't mean New York City. I mean a Viennese city block. So there'll probably be about, I don't know, 25 cop cars, and times that by 2, so at least 50 police walking around. That's pretty cool. And then the political parties all get in the street, and maybe there'll be some live music or whatever. I'll get ready for your oompa, 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 oompa. Get ready for some oompa, oompa music. Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be an extra show that I do tomorrow. I have Weinhauer rehearsal tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I haven't seen Anna for weeks. She's been sick. Oh no, but she's mended. That's pretty good. Okay, good. I think it's time for me to play music. Okay, how do I do this one? I think I'm gonna do the 3-device trick. Is there another way to do it? No, I think I just didn't have it set up. Okay. Look, here's my 3rd device. Let's see if this one works. And I'll play. I've been doing this song recently, actually. I hope it sounds good on your end. Okay. Once again, this show is really about nothing. It's mostly about the chat. So if you guys have something fun to say, do it. I'm going to join the chat after this song, maybe in the beginning of the song. Depends on my mood. Okay. Okay. I'll be honest with you, I'm looking forward to Wine O'Clock. That's the one thing that's really on my mind right now. I'm like way too sober. It's starting to bother me. Okay, and now this thing is not doing what I wanted to do. Okay, whatever. It's a tablet. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Look, everybody has a lot of stuff on their mind. And you know what? I have nothing on my mind. And I think that's positive, actually. So it's one of my qualities. People say, Blakey, you can't be tough on yourself. Look, Rodney Dangerfield. Okay? Look, think about it. Rodney Dangerfield. Need I say more? You're watching the Black. I hope this sounds good in your end. I hope it's loud enough. This is a song that I had to like write or this never really got super published. 2,800 views. That's not so bad. This is a song, and I'll put the video link in. If you haven't seen the video, it's actually pretty cool. And yes, I'm not in it. That's part of its quality. But I did the pre-production and wrote some drums and bass, and that's about it, actually. She's a very talented singer. Lucinda Seeger. Anybody who watches my show knows it, and I'm going to put it on for you. You're watching the Black and Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi.
Making love on a Tuesday, holding you in a quiet way. Pictures of love inside my heart, sketches of love in the dark. The power of love untold inside my soul will never slow away. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's a funny thing. Thinking aloud in a silent place, hearing words you never say, the message I hold on to inside my soul will never slow. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's a funny thing. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love with you again. It's a funny thing. I'm falling in love. Falling in love. I'm falling in love with you. I'm falling in love. I'm falling in love. Falling in love with you.
Cindy Seeger, the song called I'm Falling in Love. Clink! Tears from Vienna. It is officially now 1 o'clock on the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show. We got a small in the crowd here. I see Rick. I see JB. I see Nicholas on my Facebook. And I see a lot of lurkers. Hello to all my lurkers. You guys are the best. I'll tell you, without my lurkers, I really have a small intimate crowd. The funny thing is that people watch me at their convenience. This is being digitally recorded for your convenience. Go figure. Oh no, I lost my rolling papers. But rest assured, I have a backup. Now, today's show is called Tonight's Show. I should have called it Today's Show, but no, it is. I should have called it This Morning's Show. It's now 0051. I tell you, this time zone thing starts to make me a little bit screwy. I tell you, I look better on Facebook. That camera's really good. This one is old. Yeah. Sophisticated wine delivery system. Hey, look, used to be a waiter. Look, it's so sophisticated. My bottle of wine has a screw cap, right? Okay, it's from France, but it's $2.99. It's got a screw cap. This is for me if I drink too much. Oh, what happens if I spill? Oh, no cork, screw cap. It's practical for guys like me. And no, I'm not a wino. Would a wino drink out of such a beautiful glass? If he's lucky. Look, I've been using this wine. My mom told me, she said, Blackie. And Jimmy likes the screw caps too. My mom says, Blackie, drink it out of a sophisticated wine glass. Look, this is from Isabella. Enjoy that sound. And I haven't broken it yet. It's amazing. I'll drink to that. I think I get one chance. If I break one, then I'm going to have to go back to drinking wine out of the wine bottle. Sorry, Mom. Look, what else is on my mind? Well, I was watching a little bit about what happened in Missouri. I don't think anybody from Missouri is going to be watching my show tonight. Boy, you guys got a good whack. That was a good one, from what I could see at least. I like to watch propaganda, but especially when weather stories come up. From what I hear, and I hope it's true, nobody died. A couple of scratches, bumps and bruises, and every single house is like partially or completely destroyed, and cars were being thrown up. I think it's definitely an F4 or whatever they call it, E4 or G-force. It was a good one. They got whacked. The tornadoes, big time. It took out Jefferson City, which is the capital. It took out neighborhoods in Jefferson City and then a town next to it. Touchdown. And in the middle of the night, not in the middle of the night, I shouldn't say that. They got the story that I heard, some kid got interviewed. And they got a warning at 12:30 at night as everybody was going to bed or whatever, right? His mom was there, his other brother was there. And they got the warning and it says, stay awake because there might be a tornado coming. And then he said the sirens came on, and then they got the other warning, and they immediately ran into the bathtub, put a mattress over them, and said, I love you a million times, and prayed, and they made it through without a scratch. Lost the house. Car, they have to find their car, but that's like going to be a couple miles away. They lifted up cars and threw everything. This is a powerful one. It may have been a 5. I don't know. The Weather Bureau or whatever hadn't figured it out yet. But from what I could see, it was rather destructive. But if you live in Missouri, you're kind of used to this stuff. The kid was like, when I say kid, I mean like he was 18 or 19 or something like that, teenager. And the mom was frantic. But they said it was hell, and but they got their life. Yeah, that's cool. I remember that story actually. JV says there was an 8-year-old kid in 1993 in the Morse tornado. He was taken into the sky and let down in a field 1.5 miles away with a sprained finger and some scratches. That's the type of thing we like in the Blackie Fitzpatrick show. But this is what, I mean, everybody's a little bit shell-shocked, but as one can imagine, when something like that hits your neighborhood and rips everything apart. But as I say, when you live in Tornado Alley, you get trained to deal with this stuff. Usually it doesn't hit everybody, but this time it actually hit the Capitol. Wow. There's a lot of people. I don't think every neighborhood got hit, but it took its path. And the kids said they had the phone and they kept on refreshing the Weather Channel radar, and it showed that the storm was actually going west or something, or east or whatever. It was going away from Jefferson City, and he felt cool. And all of a sudden, at the last minute, it changed, and then he heard the freight train. I'll be honest with you, I've only seen 2 water spouts, which is a tornado over water when I was in Florida. I've only seen 2 water spouts. They're pretty scary as well. It never got that close to me, but close enough for me to think, what am I going to do now? So you just watch it and hope it doesn't come to you. It didn't. But I felt bad for the fish. But hopefully they only sprained like a fin and a couple of scratches, like Nemo. Fish can be tough. Cheers from Vienna. There's no 0057. I don't know how long this computer's going to stay on YouTube. Once again, I'm doing the dual citizen thing here right now. So I'm on the Facebook thing at the same time. I'm trying to get listeners and stuff, but Isabel's like, you can't get listeners from Austria on your Facebook. And I said, I have Americans, English, and whatever. But look, it's Thursday night, right? People could be at the cinema, maybe watching the brand new movie that came out of Paris, and they like subtitles, so they could be watching that movie. They could be at a barbecue if it's a sunny day in your area. There's a lot of things that people can be doing instead of watching this show. The EF4, that's what it was. Yeah. Correct. No, that's where you're gonna watch yourself. In Florida, I had to watch out hurricanes, no fun. Tornadoes, no fun. Alligators, no fun. Shark, no fun. That's where you're gonna watch yourself. Every other day of the year is perfect. But when you get a couple of tiger sharks swimming next to you, I was watching the show today, and I don't want to jest, but they were talking about, and I'm not going to use what they were talking about, but it was the subject matter was, if one is in a moment where it's like, this is getting pretty serious, that's where you got to pay attention. And if you're lucky, you get through it. That means you're still alive. And whatever gets screwed up, usually people mend. The most important thing is your mind. Look, there's risks walking across the street. I don't have to go do the math on this one, right? Everything is a risk. I don't think I can hurt myself here right now at the Blackie Fitzpatrick Library Studios unless a plane crashes on me. That could happen. I'm open-minded to it. Does that mean I'm projecting? No. Look, the Blackie Fitzpatrick show is about comedy. Once again, this is not really serious. If it was serious, I'd be making money from this. I'm not monetized. Hey, it's almost Friday in England and Portugal. Tasty wasted. Oh man. Hey Michelle. Look. I think that the YouTube channel is going to kill like really, really quick. So I have no idea what's going to happen. But I will take interviews. I don't know when I should do that. If anybody wants to be on my show, talkie on Facebook, they're going to see your face and talkie. But I think I'll start with the YouTube people right now. If anybody wants to be on the show, I'll just say, or just call me. Hold on, that's what I wanted to do. Gonna get this thing working. My other thing here. Because if somebody calls me, as I learned yesterday when I was talking to my mom, if somebody calls me on, and JB knows this already, if somebody calls me on my phone, my Android thingy, if they call me up, the show kills. And I don't want to do that. Okay, hold on a second. No, I can't figure this thing out. Okay. So swipe up to unlock, and then I do it, and then it says locked again. Swipe up. Okay. All I have to do is go to my Facebook thing. So people can call me on Facebook here, and I don't have to pick it up on the phone. Now it goes back to YouTube again. What in heck fire is going on here? I have to learn about technology. Okay, then I go here. Okay, I press try again. Hey, there's a picture of my buddy Brad Meyer. That was a good story, actually. Brad, if you're watching, hi, buddy. You put it on Facebook so I can read it. This is a good story, actually. Brad's a kid that I grew up with. I don't know if you can see this. Probably not. Doesn't matter. Brad Miner, he's a Facebook friend. I think he shows up on YouTube too as well sometimes. He wrote, after many years of wondering why I don't look like my brother or sister, I finally asked my mother if I had been adopted. This kid's my age. My mother started to cry and said, yes, but it didn't work out and they brought you back. Okay, so he's not adopted. That's a Ronnie Dangerfield joke. I actually like that one. That's good. Hey, Dean Dancing Machine. You catch me now before the computer dies. Dean is one of the guys who says, no way, Jose, I'm never going to do Facebook. Even for me, Dean? Just open up an account. Don't tell anybody. Just know that then everybody's going to find you anyway. You're right. You're going to be harassed. Don't do it. Stay away from it. I know he says, no, you're like my sister. That's okay. Respect. Kudos. That's you're the same age as my sister. What's up with your generation? You guys born in the early 30s. Excuse me, 60s. Yeah. What's up with your generation? You guys are smart. I know. Not as bad as you do. I got 3 devices going here right now. I'm catching up to you. I know you have a big studio and stuff. And now I'm doing YouTube and Facebook at the same time because this computer's going to die. But I'm going to the store with Isabel on Monday. So we're going to get it sorted out. Hopefully it'll be a quick, easy fix. And then it's like the battery died and the fan is half dead. So that's why it melts down. It overheats. The sign says, oh, your computer's overheating. And I'm like, I know. But whenever I have time, Isabel's busy. Whenever Isabel has time, I'm busy. And so we're doing the dance. Dean, I don't follow anybody look over the cliff. I know you don't either. I don't think anybody who watches my show does that. Actually, no. Some of my lurkers do that. Look, I used to. Okay, I stand corrected, said the man in the orthopedic shoes. One time I did cliff diving just outside of Boston. JB will know the joint. I went cliff diving in Nahant, just north of Boston. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, jumping into Massachusetts Bay. Very dangerous. And I saw all these young kids doing it, and I was like, they were diving actually. I did a pencil dive. I was like, I'm not that crazy. I'm going to take an educated guess. It was at least 40 feet, maybe 50. It was very, very high. And I failed on my first try. I chickened out. And then I went back the second time. And I was like, dude, man, if an 8-year-old girl can do it, I got to be able to do this thing. JB, what did Dean write? I don't know what that means. Yeah, JB knows Nahant, just above Winthrop. I used to live in Winthrop. And I lived in Winthrop for 2 years. Beautiful spot, actually, right? Boston Harbor on one side, the other side, Massachusetts Bay. And it's a peninsula. And then at the end of the peninsula, Deer Island Prison. But Nahant is a little bit up the road after all that stuff. Oh, okay, now I got it. Facebook. Okay, look. I'm using Facebook only to talk to my daughter and stuff, or to talk to I talk to Dan and Philip, the people I work with, and it's just for family and close friends. I'm not on Facebook to like make a million friends. I'm not doing that hustle. I don't have like a bunch of strippers. I'm not like Facebook friends with Stormy Daniels, for example. I don't use it for that pleasure. I use it for close friends and family. And but right now it's my backup and I'm using it on the street because I can't do Blackie Fitzpatrick shows with my new phone until I have 1,000 subscribers. And if I want to do my show about walking around Vienna, that's what I got the phone for. And then I found out, oh, no, I have to have 1,000 followers. I was talking to AC about this the other day. She said, give me 1,000 followers on YouTube and I can do my proper show on YouTube again. Otherwise, I have to turn my show into Facebook when I walk around town. So I want to show everybody Vienna. Seems like I would love to see Vienna, but I'm still not doing Facebook. And that's fine. No, respect. Mutual respect. No, close friends. That's what I'm talking about. Like all you guys. You guys are my YouTube friends. My Facebook friends are usually it's everybody from my high school. Every musician I've ever worked with who has Facebook. Although some of them are so popular now, but they don't use it either. So, Dean, you must be popular. Popular. My sister's popular. I'm not that popular. I need to find friends. I use Facebook. I don't use Instagram though. Or what's the other thing? Twitter. I don't use that stuff. And there's another one. I don't use any of that. I don't use that stuff. WhatsApp. That's the other one everyone's talking about. WhatsApp. I don't even know what WhatsApp is. I tried to log in to on my phone the other day with the assistance of Alicia, my student. Hey, she's 20 years old. She knows all the techie stuff. And then she says, well, first step is, what's your phone number? And I said, I don't have one. I don't. She's like, yeah, but you have a phone. But I told the people when I got the phone, I said, I just want to have it so I can go online. I don't want a phone number. People waking me up in the middle of the night. I don't need that. Just turn your phone off, people say. Then I got to wake up in the morning and get a million messages from losers. No, I don't follow the flock. Look, I'm living in Vienna. Okay, I got a dumb earring. Does the flock wear rush earrings like this? Have long hair? Wear $100 shirts? Huh? The flock doesn't do that. Somebody gave it to me. It's true story. Look, the Blackie Fitzpatrick show is about acceptance. Everybody knows that part, right? When it looks like I'm complaining, I'm not really. I know, Dean, when I watch your show, you like. Usually, you have a place where you can yell and scream, and you pretend like you're crazy and stuff, and that's good. James do that, but he kept on getting in trouble. I got in trouble yesterday. The Walrus, hi Walrus. She was like, Blackie, do a silent show. And I'm like, you want me to? I can't even whisper above a man which is dying. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. You're watching the king of sophistication, huh? Look at this. Cheap wine, expensive glass. Now, I have a couple of things in my mind, but I already said them. I should kill the show now. I know everybody's busy and stuff. But once again, I'm here to advertise because people will watch this later. No, I did a show the other day on Facebook, and I had 189 people view it. What's up with that? 189? Even JB's leaving me. Okay, BRB. 189 people. I was like, huh? No, because when on the Facebook thing, if I talk to somebody, all of a sudden, whatever, my 500 Facebook friends, everybody's doing something else anyway. And then I talk to somebody else who has 500 Facebook friends. And if you're lucky, it turned into 200 people actually watch it. They probably watched it for like 5 seconds and they said, this is boring. That's okay. Some people like live stuff. Some people like to chat. A lot of people like Nahant Beach is no. I like the cliffs. It's beautiful. I never really went swimming there. I just did cliff diving. But who knows if this stays on? Because the Walrus isn't here tonight, so maybe I'll just stay on live on Facebook when this thing dies. I don't have to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to wake up at least at 12 o'clock. I'm going to hear police cars outside. So I already have my alarm clock set. It's called I said protests. It's going to be protests and possible riots, which is why they're bringing in the riot police. That's always entertaining, isn't it? Huh? Right outside my window. I'm on the second floor. All I have to do is look down, and I'm like, cops everywhere. Riot gear. That's pretty cool. I don't even vote, so I really don't care. But it looks like early in the week there was some big political turmoil, scandals in Austria, and people were resigning left and right. Whoops! Somebody got busted doing something. They got their hand caught in the cookie jar. Okay, it's time for me to play another song. If I move it here, then I can't get. Okay, no. I'll figure this out one day. Yeah, press thumbs up before you leave, guys. Okay, show some common decency. I know a lot of people listen to me and they go, "Hey, this is like a radio show," and I'm like, "Yep." You don't have to look at my mug the whole time. My mom says, "Dress up. Your face is ugly." No, she didn't say that. Okay, what are my go-tos? Well, I think I'll play. I hope the sounds good in your end. I'll play Mr. Ben Arson. I'll put the video link in there, at least on YouTube. Facebook, you guys are on your own. I haven't figured out how to do that one. His name is Ben Arslan. That's my bumping music in the beginning. This is a song we wrote years ago. He started it. I assisted him with finishing it. I think I wrote some lyrics and guitar. I played bass, arranged it, and I got the Vienna Symphony Orchestra to play on it. And Ben started it, and I finished it. That's what a producer's job is. This song's called Computer. You're watching the Blackie Fitzpatrick Show, the king of lo-fi.
It's funny how the world is moving all around you. Everyone is on the phone, almost makes you feel alone. So fast, makes you laugh. Everyone just forgets his past. Careful with the mess you make. Hey, hey, I don't wanna be the same. There's not much more to say. I'm not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend. I'm standing on this earth in a rock stock of trash and dirt. Can't stand still, I wonder why. All those lies and sleep at lies. So fast, makes you laugh. Everyone just forgets his past. Just remember yesterday. Hey, hey, I don't wanna be the same. There's not much more to say. I'm not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend. I'm not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend. Not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend. I'm not a computer, my friend. This is how the story ends. I'm not a computer, my friend.
You're watching the Black Effect Show, the king of lo-fi. That song is called Computer by Mr. Ben Arslan. Yeah, I put the video link in there, so check it out. And press like or whatever. Doesn't really matter. Look, actually, it does matter. My whole career depends on it. If this goes up in flames, I'm screwed. Once again, the show is PG-13. Rule number 1. Rule number 2, just be cool. Reminder, I'm not political. I like to talk about politics, but I don't really vote, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Welcome back, JB. The show's not religious. I like to talk about religion. Usually the part about Adam and Eve before the whole apple snake thing happened. I like that story. That's a good story. The Garden of Eden. The restaurant in Boston. I think it was called the Garden of Eden. I think they had a concerts there. What's up, Mike? It's now 0117. You're watching the Black Dispatch Show, the king of lo-fi. And press thumbs up before you leave. Show some. Look. Do you see how sophisticated I am? With my dangly rush earring. Once again, the show is sponsored by Sigmund Floyd and my mom for buying me this phone over here. You're live on YouTube at the moment and on Facebook. I tell you, the last couple of weeks, I've been having some great shows. I don't know. Todd Garden? I don't know. I haven't been. Look, dude, man. I heard there's something called Garden here. I believe you. Is it in Cambridge or in Boston? I heard there was someplace in Cambridge, down by Central Square or something. It used to be TT and the Bears. I don't know. That's a story I heard a long time ago. Look, places change names all the time. Yeah, I've heard it was some Indian joint, but they had like rock and roll bands could play there, or maybe it was just like solo artists. I don't know what it was. Oh, I had a talk in Boston. Okay, now I'll put my Boston accent on. The Garden of Edens. Hey, okay, now I get you. Boston, okay. I think it's in Cambridge. Just over the Charles River. Just after MIT, you get Central Square. I can make jokes. Look, I used to work in Central Square, so I like that part. Look. This is not a historical conversation about Boston, and I know it's not really even that hysterical. Most people say Boston. You talking about the USS Constitution, the replica? I'm not talking about the Mayflower replica. That's called Mayflower 2. That's Plymouth. Look, I'm a proud asshole. Look at me. See what an asshole can do? He can have his own live stream and have a handful of people watching. No, JB, I know Central Square very well. I've had a lot of concerts there. I remember, look, I've been there. One of my first jobs when I moved to Boston, what would have been 1987, I started working there on the Central Line, I believe, or the Red Line. England is Central. was on the red one. One that goes down to your area, your old neck of the woods, down to Quincy and Brookline, or Brookline. Look, it's been a while. Past Ashmont, where I lived in Dorchester. That was fun. Not. No, look. Every experience that I've ever had in my life has brought me to this point. What do we have to show for? Silly earring. No, actually, hold on a second. People say, Blakey. What are you complaining about? You live, actually, Vienna is voted like a million years in a row the safest and most cleanest and the best city to work and live in. And I thought to myself, oh yeah, that's why I'm here. Don't get me wrong, I love Florida. I love London. Let me say that again. I love London. I tell you, London was a lot of fun. Ooh, I can do the funny thing. That's not really that funny. London was definitely an eye opener for me. I learned what the word PC means times a million. Forget about San Francisco. Try living in London. You think San Francisco is expensive or New York City? Give me a break. Try London. Okay, it's still cheaper than Tokyo. This is a fake scratch. I'm trying to think about funny stories about London. No, I spent 8 years in London, and every minute, well, except for a few minutes. Okay, there was a couple of sucky hours, but all the other time, pretty good actually. I enjoyed it. Okay, there was a couple of sucky days. My memory is coming back. London is an eye opener. I learned that's where I learned that I speak American and I don't speak English. I speak better German than English. Well, JB got the ban. On your phone, you can't do it. You got to do it on Facebook. JB, do Facebook stuff like I'm doing. And as you mentioned earlier, because I quizzed you, Isabel said, ask JB. You'll know. And you told me your trick. You actually record shows and then post them later, but you can't go live. There's no more chat. Half the show is about my chat. Hi, Carol. Dude, I'm not going to bring that many people over to you. I'm going to stay on this. Look. No, you can be next after me. But I'm going to stay on at least until my computer dies. When my computer dies, then you take the YouTube thing, and I'm going to keep my Facebook one going. But the Walrus isn't here. Carol's one of my friends on Facebook, and Dean the Dance Machine is one of my guys on YouTube. So you're watching the Black. This is where it gets confusing. The Blackie Fitzpatrick Show is on YouTube at the moment. Boy, that London jump made me really want to cough. And on Facebook. I'm kind of like doing the yin yang thing here going. If I remember correctly, Carol, you're living in Texas. I think it was you. No. Look, it's still early. It's 0124. And I haven't sung Sinatra yet. To be honest with you, I think I'm going to play some more music. I'm going to splash some water in my face. And whoa, Mike's getting emotional. That's great, Mike, though. That's super great. Mike comes in and says, JB, I'm recovering from my son. I finally got to see him after 8 years. Whoa. I mean, I see my daughter every day on Facebook, but I don't want now. I'm not going to get emotional. I haven't lived with. No, I live with my daughter even on Facebook. Okay, we're Facebook best buddies. But if you didn't have any Facebook conversation or anything, that would definitely put me into shock. So, Mike, keep on breathing and congratulations. That's super cool. It is now, how do I say this and translate it? In Texas, it's 6:26 Central Time. People ask me all the time, say, Blackie, how do you come up with all the energy to do a show? I would tell them the same thing. I drink Coca-Cola all day. So that's my girlfriend. How do I get energy? I sleep. Sleeping is good. I like Baldrian. And Isabella's got this new thing with CBD. Whoa, it's legal here in Austria, so she likes the CBD stuff. I like the Baldrian. It's like a flower or something. Hold on a second. So is CBD. Yeah, I like flowers. Or plants. Whatever it is. Look, I'm not a botanist. I'm a musician. Oh, Mike comes in. He said, my son is similar to you, JB. He has Asperger's. Which means that he's super cool and he's from Boston. Cool. My show is PG-13, but Dean, that's okay. You can say that. Snorting whiskey and drinking cocaine. That's actually a song. No, this is what I tell you. In the last 9 years of my life, I'm learning about these words. No, Dean, you're fine. That's not that bad. PG-13. That'll go right over my daughter's head. Okay, so that doesn't matter. My mother knows what it means. Hi, Mom. That's what I say. He's really smart, and he's from Boston. I've been learning a lot about these. I never heard about Asperger's until I met JB. Another person who I never really met, but I feel like we're friends. And autism, I learned about. I never really had any direct contact with anybody with autism. Usually, they kind of stay in the shadows. They usually tend not to have like normal jobs, although JB has normal jobs and stuff. I know it was a song. I can't remember who wrote it. Who wrote that song? What was the name of the group that performed it? That part I don't remember, but I know the lyric. I think it was from the 70s or something. Maybe it was earlier, but I heard it in the 70s. I didn't get my first radio until like 1974, and then I was hooked. Carol says hi to Isabella on my Facebook show. She's not here, but she's probably watching. Hi, Isabella. I'll say hi to Isabella as well. Okay. Let's see how far we take this. The Blackie Fitzpatrick Show is about acceptance, number one. Number two, well, that's it. People say, Blackie, you trying to like sell wine or something? No. Most people who watch me drink wine or beer. I'm not here to sell anything. No, that's not true. Buy my book. Go to barnesandnoble.com. Or if you like Amazon, you can go to Amazon. I heard a story that Amazon is making robots to bring, a robot will bring the book straight to your door. But buy my book, Blackie Fitzpatrick, I'm Close, a Memoir. It's on sale right now for $5. It's a paperback. That's what I'm selling. Someone told me last week that I sold 3 books. I was like, holy moly. And I get 33 cents every time a book gets sold. That means I almost made $1. I'm 1 cent shy of getting the $1 cheeseburger. We have a special here in Austria, €1 cheeseburger. I know the euro's worth more than $1. I still don't have enough money to get a €1 cheeseburger. Okay, I can buy 2 things of ketchup. In the USA, ketchup is for free, but over here they make you pay for it. It's funny how different societies work. First world problems. Oh man, I have so many first world problems that I realized they're only first world problems. So that's why I took out the word problems and I turned it into first world. Clink. Cheers from Vienna. Oh, JV was out and about, and he realized it's time to get back to charge the phone. Okay, buddy, if you leave, it's fine. Hey, Peter. Peter just joined us on the Facebook. Okay, I think what I need to do right now is I'm going to play a little piece of music and do a BRB. I need to splash some water on my face. And hold on a second. I think I'm going to stick with Mr. Ben Arslan. This song is called Girl in Red. I hope it sounds good on you, man. I'll put the link in on YouTube if anybody wants to check out the music video. 2,500 views. That's pretty good for what I'm doing. Pete's one of the guys who bought the book. His ears were bleeding. Yeah, buy my book. Pete just bought it. Good. I hope you enjoy it. These are all true stories, Pete. This is there's no embellishment. I didn't put everything in. Although I could tell a couple of stories about you and me hanging out and all that stuff. But that's going to have to come in my second book. I'll try to put in highlights of my whole book just in case, like, just in case. I wanted my daughter to know who I am, just in case I got run over by a bus or something. Anything could happen, right? Nobody really knows the fate of anything. But hey, I'm still breathing. So I wrote a book in 2012, and I tell true stories about me growing up in Eastern Massachusetts, and then going to Western Massachusetts, and then going to London, then going to Austria, and then going to Florida, then going to London, then going to Florida. And I didn't write the part about going back to Vienna. Oh, that's right. I moved after 2012. This song is called Girl in Red. I'll put the link on the YouTube channel. Check it out. Mr. Ben Arslan.
Girl in red. Tell me why you're confused and so sad. Girl in red. Please don't cry, don't be shy. I could make you so glad. You're so fine. Girl, you know that I want you. Just give me a sign. I can be yours. You can be mine. Embrace me with your shining smile. I can be yours. So cross your line. Yeah, cross your line. Girl in red. Every time I'm around you, I find you sublime. But take your time. I'll be there for you, next to you, right by your side. I can be yours. You can be mine. Embrace me with your shining smile. I can be yours. So cross your line, baby. I can be yours. You can be mine. Embrace me with your shining smile. I can be yours. So cross your line. You never ask me if I am the one. Shame on you. That's you on the dance. Shame on me. What you want to share, I'm willing to care about our love. Girl in red. Tell me why you're confused and so sad. I could be yours, you can be mine, and embrace me with your shining smile. I could be yours, so cross
That was Mr. Ben Arson with a song called Girl in Red. You're watching the Black Faction of the King of Lo-Fi. I'm reading from the chat over here on my Facebook. I mentioned earlier, Pete said he started reading my book, and he loves the WILD chapter. Look, I was a DJ when I was 14. I think, Pete, you and me started, I can't remember how we really hooked up in the beginning, but I do remember a couple of stories about Nikki and Aaron. Hi, Aaron, if you're watching. I think we had a double date at least once. I ended up getting your date. Somebody else got Aaron. But no, there's a lot of I talk about where I grew up and all that stuff, and talking about actually growing up. Spoke in Florida. It was fun, and I finally got it published and all that stuff. Hey, Pete, how many days did it take for you to get it, and how much did it cost? Was it were there any hidden costs, or was it really $5 or something? You can actually clarify for me. So I don't want to tell lies on my show here. Look, that my whole book, everything is a true story. Yeah, I know. It's a joke. Okay.